Hi, it's Steve from Brand Logic, and I'm here to talk you through the setup of your AV equipment for the brand launch event that we're going to be having next Monday. This instruction is for AV Package B, which we're calling the Large Venue Kit, and let's talk about what you got in your kit. You've got a number of cases and some stands, and here are the details. You've got a laptop computer with a mouse and power cable. You have a video projector. You have a stand, a little table for that video projector. And then also you've got a tripod projection screen, which when it's assembled will be about 6 feet by 6 feet. From an audio standpoint, you've got an audio mixer with some speaker cables, a wireless microphone kit, a cable box that contains a number of different cables, possibly an HDMI cable, some microphone cables, some other audio cables, a direct box, extension cords, maybe even a power strip. And then you've got speakers. You've got the JBL speakers and 2 speaker stands. If you weren't a member of your high school AV club, you will be an honorary member when you finish this setup. So let's take one thing at a time. First thing we're going to do is going to connect the laptop computer to the projector. And it's a very simple connection. You're basically going to connect the computer here using this cable, which is called the VGA cable, to the projector, and the projector will sit on this table, the projector stand that you've got in your package. Here's a look at the actual equipment that you have. This is the projector sitting on its table. This power cord is plugged in. Here's one end of the VGA cable. It's plugged into computer 1, and then the other end of that cable is plugged into the VGA cable on the left-hand side of the laptop. There are 2 USB ports, an HDMI port, and then you'll see the VGA port. The other thing you're going to want to make sure you have connected to your laptop is the internet, and you want to make sure you're hardwired with an Ethernet cable to the internet, and that cable will go right here. You can talk to your IT people. We have internet pretty much everywhere where we're doing this, but just want to make sure that the computer is connected to the internet. Turn your computer on, turn your projector on, and you're good to go with the projector. The screen is kind of a flashback probably if your father ever did slideshows at home, or again if you were part of the AV club. It's a pretty simple screen to assemble. And just click you through a few things. The screen will come really just in one unit. You open the tripod legs first, then you turn the screen. It's perpendicular now to the floor. The next thing you do is you're going to pull the screen up and connect it. You can see when you pull the screen up, connect it to this little hook here, and then behind the screen there's a little knob that you're going to pull out and pull that arm up as high as it'll go to make the screen a 6 by 6 screen. Again, pretty simple and straightforward. What you want to do then is take your projector, place it, start maybe 6 feet away from the screen, see where you can get the best picture on the screen, and on top of the screen here is the focus control. So if the screen or the projector is a little bit out of focus, there's a little lever here at the top of the screen, top of the lens, that will help you get this in focus. So that is it for the projection, the visual side of the setup. Let's go now to the audio setup. This may look complicated, but trust me, it's not. You're gonna figure this out in no time. Again, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to take the audio output from the computer, the laptop, we're going to connect it to the mixer. The other thing we're going to do is take an output from this wireless microphone system and put it in the mixer. The mixer is where the audio signals go, and then what they do is they get mixed, as the name implies, and sent to the speakers here. So we're going to take it one step at a time, and let's start with connecting the sound or the audio from the laptop to the mixer. So if you go to your cable box, you want to pull out these 3 things. You want to pull out this thing here. It's called the direct box. It's a little black steel box. You want to get this cable, which has an 1/8 inch or almost a headphone connection on this end, and then you'll see these 2 red and white cables with little adapters on them. These are called 1/4 inch adapters. You want this cable, and then you want a microphone cable. Microphone cable is pretty simple. It should say mic on it. It has 2 different connectors. One's called the female connector, one's the male connector, and we're going to show you how this all gets connected. This is the mixer. Again, may look complicated. It's not. You want to make sure that you plug the power in back here. This is where the power goes into the mixer, and then we're going to show you step by step how you connect things to the mixer, and more importantly, what you need to know about or not know about these buttons, and really the 2 or 3 buttons that you really need to know how they work. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to connect the laptop audio to the mixer. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab this cable. We're going to plug the 1/8 inch or the headphone size jack into the headphone jack of the computer. As you can see here, it's the input on the left in the front of your computer. You want to plug that in there. Take the other end and plug it into the DirectBox. The DirectBox has 2 sides. You're going to see over here it says in, out, and there's 2 jack openings for these 1/4 inch jacks. Doesn't matter which red is and which is white, but you just plug both of those into the DirectBox. And then on the other end of the DirectBox, you're going to take this microphone cable, and you're going to take the male end of the microphone cable and put it into the output section. It'll be pretty apparent which side of the cable it is. There's only one side that will work. This will not work on the other side of the box. So again, pretty simple. This switch here is nothing to worry about. There's no power needed, so you just leave that switch as is and don't pay any attention to it. What we're going to do is we're going to take the other end of that microphone cable, and we are going to plug it into input 2. All the way up here at the top, there's an input for a microphone cable, and you're just going to plug that in there and make sure it snaps and it's nice and tight. And that connects the laptop to the mixer. One quick thing on the mixer while we're here is if the mixer's on, just make sure you turn these 3, actually anything here on the bottom, these white knobs, turn them all to 0. This is volume, plain and simple. So turn everything to 0 until we get everything connected, and then I'll show you how we can check the volume. All right, the wireless mic. Again, may look complicated, not complicated at all. Open up the case. It's probably an orange case that has the wireless microphone kit in it. And you want to pick out these 5 things. You want to take out the main box here, the power cable for that box. There's a little mic cable that is in the box. You want to take this microphone out, not the lavalier microphone. You want to do the handheld microphone. And then an antenna. There's 2 antennas in the box, but we're only going to use 1. So what are we going to do here? We're going to take the antenna. This is the back of the box, by the way. We're going to plug the antenna in here. We're going to put the mic cable in here, and we're going to connect the power cable here. And when that's all done, this is what it looks like. Antenna, mic cable, power cable. All right? Then what we've got here is the front end of the box. So we've turned this on. You can see the front panel has lit up. It's ready to go. And here's the microphone. So the microphone, very simple operation as well. You've got on or off. That's all you've got. If you find, for instance, that the mic is not turning on or you don't hear it, chances are your battery is dead. So if you unscrew this little compartment here, you're going to find a 9-volt battery. Let me get back to that. You're going to find a 9-volt battery. And all you have to do is replace that battery. If you look at this little screen right here on the mic, you can see actually the battery's low. It will show you a battery lifetime. So again, have a couple 9 volts around just in case, but chances are if the microphone's not working, that is the problem. Lastly, what you're going to do is take that mic cable that's coming out of the back of the wireless mic kit and plug it into outlet channel number 1. So we've got this right here, channel number 1. I've removed number 2 for now, but again, you've got wireless mic in 1, laptop in 2. Okay? Setting up the speakers. Very simple. Take the speakers out of the box, put the tripod stands together. The speakers literally slip right onto the top of the tripod stands, and in the back of the speakers there's a little screw to tighten it, and that's all you've got to do to set up the speakers. Now what we want to do is connect the speakers to the mixer. Okay? With the mixer, you're going to have 2 cables that look like this. One end is the mic cable, the female side of the mic cable, and one end is a 1/4 inch cable. There's 2 of these cables. Again, they're in the box that the mixer came in, and these are the cables that you're going to use to connect the speakers. What you're going to want to do is there's a left and a right speaker, so there's 2 cables. You're going to plug the 1/4 inch cables into this main out, which is the top right of the mixer. So let's get the speakers connected up. Turn the speaker around and you're going to find a couple of different inputs. First of all, on the left-hand side of the speaker is the power. There's a cable there that you'll run into your power strip, turn the power on. This is the input, and I'm going to show you how to connect the speaker cable to the mixer here in a second. And here's the volume. Basically what you're going to do is you are going to take that other end of this cable. Remember, there's one of the 1/4 inch sides is plugged into the mixer in the main out, left or right. And you're going to take the other side of that cable and you're going to put it here in the input section of the speaker. Make sure the speaker's on, and then what I'm going to ask you to do is take that volume and just point it straight up for now. Point it at the 12 o'clock the line of the back, and we're going to start with our volume there on the speakers and then control and adjust it from the mixer. But do that for both speakers. Make sure they're on, make sure the input's in, and make sure their volume here is this top knob is facing 12 o'clock. All right, so here is the mixer. Looks like a lot of spaghetti. Here are the things that you need to look at, and let's review. This is the microphone that's coming out of the wireless mic box. This is the input that's coming out of the laptop direct box. These are our 2 speakers. And then down here is all the volume control that we're going to need. So again, first thing you do is take this main volume, and turn it right up to about noon. Turn on the computer, maybe get a YouTube video going or something like that. Turn this volume until you hear the computer at the level that you want it in your room. Once you get that, maybe stop the computer, go over to the wireless mic, turn it on, and again, same thing. Slowly turn this volume up until you hear the microphone. And again, the microphone will be used after the presentation, after the webcast presentation. Your site director or someone from the location will get up and make a few remarks. So you can turn that off. Put it down to 0 when they're not speaking and maybe mark it or just keep in mind where you had it before. Those are the areas of the mixer that you need to be worried about. Here are all the areas of the mixer that you don't need to worry about, but I just want to tell you where everything should be. Let's start up here at the top. There's 2 little black knobs here. You want these turned all the way to the left. All the way to the left. Blue knobs, there's, what is that, 12 of them there. They should just be pointing straight up. Straight up, 12 o'clock. Red knobs, all the way to the left. Turn those off. You don't need those at all. And the gray knobs, they should be straight up in the air. Straight up in the air, straight up in the air, straight up in the air. This doesn't matter at all, so you can just turn that all the way to the left. But again, what you're worried about is the main volume, the microphone volume, and the computer volume. That's all you've got to do. So again, you've just earned your AV Club honorary degree. If you have any questions, and you will, I'm sure, please feel free to shoot me an email. My name's Steve. Best way to reach me is Moshel at Brand Logic. Let me know the best way to reach you, whether it's phone or email, and we'll make sure to get in touch. Okay, good luck.